The boy and the girl met in UK. Girl comes to her parents and say that I want to get married to this boy. The parents are also happy. Everything was going fine. They fixed up the marriage also, but the mother of the girl had some doubt in her mind because she had. And when we started investigating on them, you know what we found out? She came to my office, she met me, and I had shown her everything on my. Then she, cried in front of me because she was just emotionally invested into this boy.
Dark secrets, real investigations. Every case begins with a question, a missing piece, a suspicion, and a truth waiting to be uncovered. Most people never see what happens behind the scenes, the long hours, the dead ends, the moment where everything changes. But here you will. I'm your host, Padma Kalyan, and in this series, we take you inside the real world of professional detective agency, where every episode uncovers an actual case from missing persons and surveillance operations to complex investigations that don't always go as planned, you see. You will hear directly from the investigators themselves what they saw and what they found and what it took to get the answers. These are not scripts, they are not dramatized. These are real cases, real people. Welcome to the Dark Secrets, the real investigations. Our guest is Mr. Naaman Jain, who is India's most respected and leading investigators. He received the Young Entrepreneur Award from the President of India in 2012, the Investigation Entrepreneur of the Year Award from the Ministry of Home Affairs in 2012, and the Best Detective of India's Award in 2025 by the Government of Tamil Nadu. With over 2 decades of extensive experience, he specializes in corporate frauds, financial crimes, background investigations, and other complex civil and criminal cases. As a skilled entrepreneur, he built a multi crore investigative enterprise with a strong national and international presence. His team includes former army officers, investigation bureau officials, raw professionals, and senior law enforcement experts. He worked closely with leading industrialists, politicians, bureaucrats, celebrities, and major corporations. His work has been featured by major media outlets such as CNBC, BBC, News 18, Z News, and the Economic Times, and in international documentaries, including one by channel News Asia Singapore. Let's meet the man behind the scenes, Mr. Naaman Jain. Hello, Mr. Naaman. How are you doing today?
All good, Padma.
I've been watching Sleuth's India Detective for quite some time now. I must tell you, it's very interesting and eye opening. I'm so excited to have you in our show today for our audience.
A lady came to us with her boyfriend.
Okay.
Right? So she said, my boyfriend is married. The boyfriend was sitting along with her. She said, my boyfriend is married and his wife is cheating on him. Right? So she wanted to prove that his wife is wrong.
Okay.
Because you can see it from his body language.
Yeah.
He didn't want us to investigate on his wife, but this lady wanted us to investigate on his wife.
Okay.
He said he was not so inclined to get investigate. He said in front of me that I don't think that she is involved with someone else. But she was insistent that no, she is involved with someone else. Take it, and now he can't say anything in front of his girlfriend.
Oh.
And now he said that okay, get my wife investigated. Right? When I investigated on his wife, right, we found out that she was actually involved with someone else. Right? And we submit pictures and videos to him, and he was also shocked. Now the husband is also cheating. Now the wife is also cheating. Right? Now, after 2-3 months' time, this lady again, his girlfriend, again comes to us. Now he says that my husband has gotten married to someone else without telling me. You find out about him.
So now it's her husband.
Now it's her husband cheating on with another man, right?
Another woman.
Another woman, right? And once we started investigating, found out that he has a kid also. He was living in Pune, right?
With another woman.
With another woman. We found out with the great difficulty because he was not telling his address also where he's living with his new girl, right? So we found him out. We made his evidences, submit this girl. Now, they both were cheating to their partners. Their partners are cheating to somewhere else.
Look at that.
The discoveries actually shock you sometimes so much
truly.
that, you start believing that everyone is cheating.
Okay.
I tell you a case. It just immediately strike my mind. The boy and the girl met in, UK.
Okay.
Right? They became very close to each other. The boy is very handsome. The girl is also very handsome. They belong to very good families. Boy has recently purchased a sports car in UK, and he has, been wearing very expensive clothes, jackets, and everything. Purchased very expensive mobiles. So is the girl. The girl also comes from a very good family. They meet there. The girl tells, and they have been into live-in relationship there for last 3-4 years. Now the girl comes to her parents and say that I want to get married to this boy. The parents are also happy. So this boy, they meet the boy's mother here. The boy's mother says that she owns a lot of yachts, right, and she is the owner of hospitals.
Oh.
Right. So and they have been doing quite well. Everything,
all that richest.
Yes. Now the thing is that everything was going fine. They fixed up the marriage also, but the mother of the girl had some doubt in her mind because she had seen my podcasts, right? And through my podcast, I always say that pre-matrimonial investigation is a must. So she just convinced her husband that why shouldn't we get them checked once? It's okay, it's fine. There is no downside to it. Let's get them investigated.
Yeah. Exactly.
They came to us, the mother and the father came to us. And, once we started, they assigned the cases, told us everything, the background of the case, complete background of the case. And when we started investigating on them, you know what we found out? This mother of that boy is working at a salary of 92,000 rupees per month in that hospital, which she claims is owned by her. There is no yacht.
Okay.
Right. And then once we investigated, found out that she is just an employee in the hospital getting a salary of 92,000 rupees per month. She doesn't own any yachts. She doesn't own the hospital. In fact, she is living in a 3-bedroom apartment, and her husband is living with his mother in a separate apartment in the same building. And her husband runs a small general merchant shop.
Right? Like convenience store
like. Right. And this lady is actually involved with the trustee of the hospital. And the trustee of the hospital had got yachts. The trustee of the hospital had got that hospital. And
so she could show them all because
she could show them all, and the trustee is taking care of the expenses of the boy in UK. Because he is completely involved into her. She's exploiting the trustee also.
Oh, she's exploiting the trustee
obviously
also.
What is she doing? She is using his status, claiming it to be her status, and she was about to exploit this whole family. And once we submitted the whole report to the family, they got so shocked. They couldn't believe that this is happening. They couldn't believe that such a kind of big fraud was happening to them. Then they called their daughter from UK especially. She came to my office, she met me, and I had shown her everything on my, and the place where, and you know what? In this 3-bedroom house also, they just shifted recently, right? And here also, the place where they used to stay before this was just a slum.
Okay.
When I showed everything to that girl, I showed their previous house pictures, I showed the interviews of the neighborhood, what do they have to say about this family, right? So the neighborhood was telling that this lady was a characterist lady. She used to roam around with various men, and they have just...
Mom?
Yes, wow. And she told to a neighbor they are just getting shifted because they want to get their son married into a rich family. So, everything, all the interviews, all the sting operations that we made of such people, we had shown it to the girl. Then she, cried in front of me because she was just emotionally invested into this boy.
Okay.
We are a country where people have to be alert on their toes all the times. In fact, all the negative cases come to us because people fall into trouble and then only they come to us. As I said, there might be good people in the society also. There are bad people, there are good people.
Okay.
Negative side of the people, but then I would also say one more thing, that everyone, you do not know as a layman who is a good person, who is a bad person,
No, exactly.
right? How will you find out one, right? How do
True.
you know that the person who I'm getting into an alliance with
Yeah,
is a good
exactly.
person or a bad person?
So
You
this
have
kind of
to
an
get him
investigation
investigated.
is so necessary.
So necessary, yes.
What kind of NRI cases are happening in this way then?
अरे NRIs का तो I cannot tell you.
That's
NRIs
that's
is
another spectrum.
that's another spectrum. A full podcast can be made on NRIs only. That how NRIs are actually defrauded by Indians
Okay.
and how NRIs are exploiting Indians.
Both the way,
Sides,
both the
both the ways,
sides.
right? I will give you so many case studies where how NRIs have exploited Indians, and I will give you the case studies where how Indians have exploited NRIs.
Oh.
Now it is happening both ways with both sexes.
Ah.
Yeah, right. And the case studies are a full podcast in itself.
Okay.
What you mean is that whether we are infringing into the privacy of someone.
Exactly. So
I
where is the
tell you.
line you can draw exactly to get into the privacy of
I tell
people?
you, there is a lot of brainstorming that goes behind every case that we undertake, and then we execute it in the field.
Okay, you don't take it easy at all.
We don't take it easy at all. Right? So that is why it is very difficult for people to come to know that they are being spied upon. Yeah,
Or
even
can
if
they
they come to
actually?
know about it, even then they cannot raise the case because this is not an offense. Right?
Ah.
Collecting information publicly is not an offense. I give you a very important example. Let us say there is a BNS section 78. Right?
What is that?
BNS section 78 is a stalking section.
Okay.
So, stalking means, earlier it was section 354D of IPC,
Okay.
where, the law says a man who follows a woman
Oh.
repeatedly,
Repeatedly, huh?
right, despite of showing her clear disinterest and tries to foster his personal interaction with her, has committed an act of stalking.
Okay.
With us, if we are following a woman, we are not trying to foster a personal interaction with her. Neither she has shown her disinterest because she doesn't even know.
No, she doesn't even know actually.
Right?
Huh?
And a man who follows repeatedly, right? Repeatedly, despite of showing the disinterest. So, despite of showing her disinterest, nobody is repeatedly followed. So, we do not even get covered into the act of stalking.
Okay.
Right? And to follow a male, no law restricts it.
Oh.
So, we are not going against the law.
Oh, you're not going against the law in
Right.
terms of spying anybody.
Yes. Now, let us come to the legality
Huh?
of our profession.
Okay.
Not only in our country, you stayed in US for quite a while. In India, US, UK, Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, private investigation business, everywhere it is legalized.
It's legalized now.
Right? Not now. It hasn't always been legalized. Private investigators are existing since hundreds of years.
Oh.
Yes, we are recognized by the government of India. We are registered with Registrar of Companies. Where in our memorandum and articles of association, it is clearly mentioned that what all activities we can undertake to investigate, right? And it is clearly approved by the government of India. Secondly, we are registered with GST. We are the highest, one of the highest GST payers, right, in this domain.
Wow.
Right, so
okay.
we are registered with GST
Okay.
under the heading of private investigation agencies.
Oh.
If it is an illegal profession, why would government
They would
keep
not
the
even allow, right?
Yeah, so there is an HSN code separately given for private investigation agencies by the government. That is 998521.
Okay.
So which obviously makes you legal because government has clearly given a definition of a private investigation company. Similarly, we are registered with MSME, micro, small and medium enterprises.
Yeah.
Right, and there also we are registered as a private investigation company where government has given a definition and is registering detective agencies as MSMEs.
Oh.
So how come can you be illegal when so many government agencies are registering you everywhere and the clear definition is mentioned, your objectives are clearly passed by the government of India, then you cannot be illegal, right?
So you have your own set of laws also, right?
Yes, certainly. See, what makes you legal and what makes you illegal,
Yes.
right, is three things. One is the purpose of investigation given to you by the client, whether his purpose of investigating is legal. If he is asking you to get the evidences for the court of law to be present in the court of law, and he is not going to use them illegally,
Okay.
right? So purpose of the client should be legal.
Very legal.
Requirement of the client should be legal,
Yes.
right? So whatever he is coming to you up with, his requirement should also be legal,
Okay.
right? Purpose and requirement, two different things.
Oh.
Third thing is the methodology used by a detective company.
Okay.
So if the detective agencies are going to use illegal methodologies like hacking into someone's email,
Oh,
right, that
okay.
is illegal.
That
But
is
collecting
illegal.
information through public sources is legal,
Okay.
right? So what makes you legal or illegal is purpose, requirement, methodology. That there is a back office operations team that handles all the information that we can generate online about a person through dark web researches, through Google Doc, right, through open source intelligence networks, right? So there is a team that collects all the information at the back end,
Okay.
right? And this information is just passed on to our field team. Now the field team is of two kinds. One is the team that conducts inquiries,
Okay.
right? So around you, so that team does inquiries through your neighbors, through your relatives, friends, family members, servants, the guards of the locality, your drivers, your office colleagues, and various people around.
Okay.
And there is another team that follows the people and see where are they going, who they are meeting, what they are doing. And there is another set of team that is called undercover agents,
Wow.
right? Who are actually inducted into your life in certain sensitive cases to extract
They're
certain
actually
information.
enacting there.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So even that is not illegal because they are, approaching you under their true identities.
Oh.
So many people of, where police couldn't help them, we have helped them out in
Right.
several cases, and I tell you something, people of, 65-year-old people, 70-year-old people, they are so grateful once they get saved. They touch your feet and they go away, and then you get such a, such a feeling of gratefulness that you could just help someone.
Yeah, that's
Right?
that's a
When
feeling.
I saved a girl, in Bangalore, she was being blackmailed by a gym instructor, right? And once I took her out of that blackmail, once we caught that blackmailer and deleted everything that he had, that girl, I could see the pleasure in her eyes. And she was just going in her car and her hands were folded like this. She was looking to me with a smile and ears were rolling out of her eyes.
And
You
great
can't
God.
just remember such expressions.
Right.
Yes, a lot of people may not know this.
Yes. Honestly, even I didn't know. No, seriously.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why
okay.
I have this question,
fine, I
you
do
know.
understand. A lot of people still do not know about the concept of private detectives.
Yes.
They do not know how can they be of help to them. Right? So,
Exactly.
yeah. But they must know that there is a help available.
Okay.
Any alliance you are getting into, not only pre-matrimonial alliance, I would say, any alliance you are getting into where you're going to invest yourself financially, emotionally, physically, howsoever, you have to check the background of that person before investing. If he's a stranger.
Is that not strange?
Very strange.
Weird,
Yes.
weird.
And in fact, in our profession, I've always seen truth is more stranger than fiction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So the things that we have read in the novels, sometimes the cases that I tell seems to be stories, right? But they are not stories. They are case studies which have come out from the real events that have happened into our lives.
Exactly. Real people, real
Yes,
events.
real people. Yes, certainly.
You are helping out a lot of people. I should
Yes.
tell you, that's a big salute to you folks.
Thank you so much.
On that.
Yeah.
After seeing your shows, I understand that a lot of people are learning how to deal with the situations. You see what I'm saying? Because it's creating a lot of awareness, a lot of awareness to people. They do understand how to deal with the situations now. I greatly appreciate the work that you guys are doing.
Sure.
झन తెలుగువన్ రమ్మంది తెలుగువన్